We'd like to call to order the first meeting of the new year, January the 2nd, 2018. Our first item on the agenda will be special recognition from our mayor at this time.
If you would join me down front, we'll do an employee of the month. Patrick, I noticed that. You're like me. Not, I mean, I probably like that too. That's cold. That's all I had. Woody? What is this? Kenneth Woody Woodworth. I was like, it's just Woody, isn't it?
Not many people know Kenneth.
Woody began working with the city in August of 2012 at the Muskogee Civic Center. After creation of the facilities division, Woody was transferred to facility maintenance as a maintenance worker one, and currently works as a facility maintenance technician. Before working for the city, Woody was a certified structural welder. I did not know that, and also worked as a millwright for a number of years. As a certified welder, he built conveyor systems and motorcycle frames. Woody has 4 daughters and 9 grandchildren, and has been happily married to his wife Lisa for 35 years. 34 and almost 35 years, rather than the 32 that you told me.
I'm gonna hear about that.
Woody tries to attend all the sporting events for all of the grandchildren, and as well as attends church on a regular basis. In his spare time, Woody likes to go on cruises with his family and ride his Harley motorcycle. In April, the whole family will be cruising the Caribbean together. That's cool. Woody was nominated for demonstrating proficiency of assigned duties, showing dependability, a good attitude, and punctuality. He is eager to learn and performs well in plumbing and electrical. In addition, he volunteers for tasks beyond his assigned work area in any emergency tasks that may come up. Congratulations on winning first January 2018 Employee of the Month. All right, we've got your certificate. We're going to shake your hand, and if you want to say something, you can too.
Well, I just wanted to say that it's I've got a good boss, Billy Kofer, and then everybody in my department really works hard, and it could have been just any one of us. I'm just lucky to get it, and I think that we got a really good group of people to work for, and that's about all I got to say.
The facilities department is doing a great job, Billy. Congratulations on that as well. You want to shake everybody's hand?
Sure.
Wherever you want to start. Start in the middle and work both ways. Animal Joe's. Glad you can make it. Yeah.
Returning to the agenda at this time, item number 1.
Consider approval of Finance Committee minutes of December 5th, 2017.
Review of the minutes. Are there any corrections or additions?
Move for approval.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Deputy Mayor James Scully.
Yes.
Janie Boydston.
Yes.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes.
Ivory Van.
Yes.
Derek Reed.
Yes.
Dan Hall.
Yes.
Mayor Coburn.
Yes.
Item number 1 passed. Item number 2, please.
Consider approval of claims for all city departments November 30th, 2017 through December 18, 2017.
Do we have a report from the purchasing committee?
Yes, sir. The purchasing committee met earlier today, and we reviewed the claims report with the city treasurer, and I move for approval.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the claims. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Deputy Mayor James Scully.
Yes.
Jenny Boydston.
Yes.
Patrick Kale.
Yes.
Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes.
Ivory Van.
Yes.
Derek Reed.
Yes.
Dan Hall.
Yes.
Mayor Coburn.
Yes.
Item number 2 passed. Item number 3, please.
Consider approval to accept the lowest and best bids from Forrest Shoemaker Air Conditioning in the amount of $49,219, plus alternate 1.5 for stainless steel cold water basins, $3,167, excuse me, and alternate 1.7 for stainless steel hot decks, $3,318, and the total of $55,704 for the replacement of the Muskogee Civic Center cooling tower or take other necessary action.
Mrs. Stewart?
Yes, I want to make a clarification on the agenda item title. Instead of that amount, we need it to say not to exceed $57,000. We are going to add the bid bonds to it. We've checked with the attorney. That's very appropriate because that still keeps us way under the difference in pricing, so we are going to add that. So the price will be not to exceed $57,000. We anticipate it to actually be $56,551, but we want to make sure it says not to exceed $57,000. The cooling towers are the item that's over on 4th Street on the east side of the Civic Center. As you can see in the picture on the right, the orange barrels represent where that water has been crossing the sidewalk for many years. We also have some drainage issues right there that where the loading dock is, where the drain pipes run out. There's a water meter there, and there's also the sprinkler meters that are there too. And that's what gave us difficulty in trying to finally identify where that water was coming. And if we'd go to the next slide, you can see that that's the bottom of the cooling tower, and there's a hole in that picture on the left-hand side. I don't know if you can really see it, but that's the water that stands in there, and it's dripping out of the bottom of those holes. So that's the need for the repair. We got with the city manager, and we identified capital outlay as a funding source. We got an estimated price at $70,000, and we put this out to bid. We did ask for it to be a Baltimore Air Cool Company cooling tower, and that's because that's replacing the one that's in there, which is a 900 U.S. gallon per minute unit, which is what we're replacing it with. So that's what's there, and that's what we're replacing. All the companies that looked at us told us that was the appropriate size, so we didn't need to upgrade. They actually stated that what we had was actually larger than we needed over there. As you may or may not know, a cooling tower works kind of like a car radiator. It helps keep the unit clean. It sends the water back into the chillers, which then in turn sends it to the air handlers and then back to the cooling tower. And as it goes through that process, it heats up and has to come back out to the cooling towers to be cooled back down. We put this unit out to bid as a hot galvanized steel basins with the add alternates 1.5 and 1.7 to go to stainless steel, 304 stainless. The increase in price is what took the base price from $49,219 up $3,167 for alt 1, $3,318 for alt 1.7, which brought it to $55,704. Then you add the increase for the bid bonds, and therefore the need not to exceed $57,000. We have checked on all the insurance requirements, and we have looked at the warranties. It's 5-year on mechanical and 7-year on fan motors, and we will be doing a substantial completion, which will ensure that we get proper installation. Glad to answer any questions. Recommend approval. This was approved at Purchasing Committee.
How long were the units in place?
They were put in, according to the records that Billy has and some of the research we did, in 1987. So they're, we got the use out of them that we should have. We anticipate by going to stainless, we'll get that kind of use out of the new ones.
And that's another observation or question on my part. I think that the stainless steel is probably a prudent move. I'm a fan of kind of overkill when it's cheap. You know, if this galvanized had been overlaid with they've got varying materials now that are silicone or rubber or what have you, you know, it'll help maybe another 5 years, add life onto it. You can't really get back in there after the fact. But stainless steel should solve that problem.
Absolutely. I do want to make one other point, and then to recommend approval, and that is that Shoemaker is the low bid, the best bid. They are out of Tulsa. We did have a local Hogle bid it, but there was a difference of almost $6,000. So for 10%, we recommend that we use Shoemaker. And we do recommend approval.
Move the approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this item. Any more questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Should we say in that motion that it would be 57,000?
Not to exceed.
Maybe is that just understood?
We can move approval of the item as discussed, and that will incorporate it, because when it's finally approved at council, we'll have the agenda item corrected.
Okay.
All right. Roll call, please.
Deputy Mayor James Scully.
Yes.
Janie Boydston.
Yes.
Patrick Kale.
Yes.
Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes.
Ivory Van.
Yes.
Derek Reed.
Yes.
Dan Hall.
Yes.
Mayor Coburn.
Yes.
Item number 3 has passed. Item number 4, please.
Consider approval to receive donated funds in the amount of $1,790 to be shared equally between the Parks Department for use at the Bark Park and by the city's animal shelter sponsorship program, or take other necessary action.
I see Chief.
I think we have a special guest here.
All right.
Let her do the talk.
Miss Miller and Little Miller.
This is Gretchen Wieners.
All right.
Yeah. Her doctor just told her she was overweight. But anyway, I just wanted to give you guys an update on the Schnitzel Stampede. We did that in October, and I had hoped for 50 dogs. We had at least 150 wiener dogs there. There were about 200 dogs in the park, and probably, I don't know, what do you think, 500 to 700 humans? Because there was about 3 to 4 people to every dog. And it just kind of started out as it's a silly idea, but it was really fun. It was probably the funnest day of the year. And we're going to do it again in 2018. We're going to do it on October the 28th, which is the Sunday before Halloween. We'll probably need some more celebrity judges. Mayor Coburn was one of our judges for many contests. And so it was a great event. So I hope if you didn't get to come out, you get to come out this year. And we were excited to donate the proceeds from that, which were $1,790, which was crazy, for the Bark Park and for spaying and neutering at the shelter. So thanks very much. And Gretchen just wanted to come. She's the ambassador of the Schnitzel Stampede, and tell you thank you for letting all of our friends come to the park.
There was a heck of a crowd. I don't know who all was there, but I don't know how many cars. There had to be a couple hundred cars. They were parked everywhere.
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Deputy Mayor James Scully.
Yes.
Janie Boydston.
Yes.
Patrick Kale.
Yes.
Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes.
Ivory Van.
Yes.
Derek Reed.
Yes.
Dan Hall.
Yes.
Mayor Coburn.
Yes.
Item number 4 passed. Item number 5, please.
Consider approval to receive donated funds for the month of November 2017 in the amount of $12,946.23 for the city's animal shelter sponsorship program as per the attached list, or take other necessary action.
Chief.
Mr. Chairman, Council, for the month of November, we received a surprise donation in the amount of about $12,562.23 from the Castle of Muskogee. It was not something that we knew we were getting, or it was a complete surprise, and that brought our total up for November from that $12,562 to $12,946.23. And I would like to let you guys know that at once the holidays were over, we were going to get with the castle. I believe it's Hiller.
Jeff?
Heller.
Yeah, and we're going to recognize them, so we'll have them up here when if we can get them at an appropriate time for this donation. There's not any restrictions, as far as I know, on these funds, so it's a big gift, and we greatly appreciate it, and we'll use it as best that we can out there for any number of things that we may need. So it's a real pleasure to receive that kind of support from the community, specifically since they're really in the county too. So I think that it really says a lot about Muskogee and some of the businesses around our community that would do this. So I would like for you all to accept the total of $12,946.23 for animal shelter.
Move the approval.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Deputy Mayor James Scully.
Yes.
Janie Boydston.
Yes.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes.
Ivory Van.
Yes.
Derek Reed.
Yes.
Dan Hall.
Yes.
Mayor Copeland.
Yes.
Item number 5 passed, and that was our final item for the Finance Committee meeting.
And we'll now call to order the Public Works Committee meeting. Item number 1.
Consider approval of Public Works Committee minutes of December 5th, 2017.
Any additions or changes?
Move for approval.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Deputy Mayor James Scully.
Yes.
Janie Boydston.
Yes.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes.
Ivory Van.
Yes.
Derek Reed. Dan Hall.
Yes.
Mayor Coburn.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 2.
Hold a public hearing and take action on the approval of ordinance number 4037A, rezoning the property located at 2312 Augusta Street, more particularly described in the ordinance from C1 Local Commercial District to R1 Single Family Residential, and if approved, authorize staff to revise the official zoning map of the city to reflect said change or take other necessary action.
We're now in the public hearing. Mr. Garland.
Mr. Chair, members of the committee, Planning Commission did not have a quorum this morning. Therefore, they could not hear this request and make a recommendation. So we will need to republish and send out new notices. We will set the meeting for February the 5th, 2018. So no actions required by this committee.
We'll close the public hearing and move on to item number 3.
Consider approval of resolution number 2710, accepting a dedication deed for 1,800 square feet of property as described in the dedication deed for the purpose of establishing a public street at the intersection of Haskell Boulevard and Country Club Road, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Garvin.
Mr. Chair, members of the committee, several years ago, Eastgate dedicated right-of-way running west off the Country Club for Haskell Boulevard. When they did that dedication, there was an error in the legal. It left a gap, a 30-foot gap where Haskell Boulevard connects with Country Club. Here's an aerial so you can see the more of the location. You can see where the Eastgate Nursing Home is, Country Club, Haskell Boulevard. The area in white is the 30-foot gap that was left off. This dedication deed will correct that error and make the right-of-ways connect each other, Haskell and Country Club. Be glad to answer any questions, and we'd recommend approval.
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other questions or discussion? Roll call.
Deputy Mayor James Scully.
Yes.
Janie Boydston.
Yes.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes.
Ivory Van.
Yes.
Derek Reed.
Yes.
Dan Hall.
Yes.
Mayor Coburn.
Yes.
And the motion carries. Item number 4.
Consider approval to dedicate a columbarium plot at Green Hill Cemetery to its late superintendent, Vernon Martin, waiving costs related thereto, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Cale.
I thought this would be a nice gesture. Vernon's wife would like to commit his ashes, and I know that this was a project that Vernon had near and dear to his heart, and I'm greatly pleased to see two things. Not only one, our community does deserve and should have a nice columbarium, but number two, the city rose to take action and got this project done in very, very timely fashion. Anyway, as a tribute to Vernon, I'd like to be able to offer up a space for his bride's choosing to commit his ashes to.
Move for approval. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion, comments? Roll call.
Deputy Mayor James Scully.
Yes.
Janie Boydston.
Yes.
Patrick Hale.
Yes.
Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Wayne Johnson.
Yes.
Ivory Van.
Yes.
Derek Reed.
Yes.
Dan Hall.
Yes.
Mayor Coburn.
Yes.
And the motion carries. Seeing that no citizens signed up to speak to this committee, we are adjourned. Happy New Year.